Hey everyone, welcome to today's epic episode. Let's check out the wild situations our hero, Azhen, finds himself. Azhen made his payment and booked it, and soon after, Ajay and his entourage showed up to whisk them away to the Menpo milk tea shop for some serious gossip. Azhen bought luxury goods, checked into the town's fanciest hotel, like buying happiness. The hospital called to say I was awake, and you won't believe it, Azhen just hung up. What a great dead move. Little Zai's just left hospital, her parents absent. Next day, Ajay gets a call from his boss, more trouble. Boss wanted to know if Menpo soup should be half sugar or full sugar. Ajay begged for 2 more days, claiming he finally got the info on Dean Kiwi. The tech ninja gave Ajay a bombshell. Turns out the Sapphire USB can only be opened on specific computers. How special. He remembered that Madam Kiwi was using Dean Qui's laptop. Could the answer be right under his nose? But where on earth is that laptop now? Meanwhile, Xiaoyan witnessed something truly bizarre. Lu Zai waited on the hostage handsomely, even saying she was hungry. Top-notch service. Qiang pointed out she was broke, and Lu Zai suddenly shifted focus to Xiaoyan, saying she had promotion secrets if someone would buy her dinner. Xiaoyan was like, let's catch this loser. They all piled into a roadside eatery and were gonna make it a feast. Halfway through the meal, Xiaoyan asked what clues Lu Zai had. She dropped the bomb that the real time of the Dean Key case was coming up. It turns out, the incident happened on May 20, not May 21. Was Dean Key just being a test case in an experiment gone wrong? After the meal, Qiang begged Xiaoyan for 1 more day. She needed to see her daughter, and Azhen fortune favors the brave. Lu Zai chimed in, saying she wanted a beef burger tomorrow. Qiang nodded enthusiastically. Night fell, and Ajay was ready for a special meetup. Ajay invited Damu to an old swimming pool and handed him a drink, then cheekily turned around. Damu took a sip from the glass, and Ajay suddenly turned around, revealing just how much he hated Damu's gloomy vibe. Now that we're in this mess, someone's gotta take the fall. Just as he finished speaking, Ajay jumped into action. Damu felt dizzy, and Ajay wasted no time pulling the trigger. This mess couldn't wait any longer. Damu lunged at him with a knife, ready for a fight, but with Ajay's aim, it all ended in 3 steps. In a luxury hotel, Azhen admired the beautiful night view. Being rich is great. Then the doorbell rang. At the door was the bank manager, and Azhen deposited millions into an overseas account. Quick hand meet quick cat. As soon as the manager left, Qiang called to set up a meeting for tomorrow. Got to have a plan. Azhen returned to the orphanage of his childhood, filled with nostalgia for the good old days. Qiang had just one question. Did Azhen kill Dean Kiwi? If I answer, will you believe me? Azhen finally understood Qiang's reason for coming. The pastor said honesty brings forgiveness, lies bring punishment. Qiang prayed Azhen would come home, and lo and behold, 3 years later, the old Dean Q brought him back. To this day, he still prays for Azhen. Answers don't matter as much anymore. They left the church, with Qiang driving Azhen to the hospital while half forcing his wife to take care of their daughter. As long as she looks after his AI, that video on the hard drive won't pop up. Qiang's words were vague hope he won't dig himself deeper. After a while, Qiang returned home and immediately heard Lu Zai complaining. Why didn't you bring home burgers? Qiang shrugged helplessly and muttered that he forgot. Xiaoyan called Big Fat, asking him to come over along with 3 burgers, of course. Subtitles. Hands up, Roy. What are you doing? Roy appeared puzzled, uncertain whether he should follow the instruction. Relax, Qiang's harmless. The group swayed while munching on their burgers. Xiaoyan asked Big Fat to check the surveillance near Dean Qui's place on May 20. Could be the date of the incident. Big Fat reached out to old Kiwi yesterday, asking when the case would wrap up. Lu Zai suddenly suggested she wanted to go home. Maybe it would jog her memory. Xiaoyan was confused, but agreed anyway. It was a truly foggy decision. The next day, Big Fat risked his job to bring the key to Dean Qui's place, capturing everything on camera as planned. Lu Zai was still a kid, and to avoid traumatizing her, Qiang carefully cleaned up the bloodstains. That night, an unwanted guest showed up in Zai's hospital room, and Azhen tossed Ajay outside. Ajay's demands were straightforward: find Dean Qui's laptop, and the $1 million deal would be sealed. Azhen hoped to spend time with his daughter and not be on the run anymore, but he had no choice but to reluctantly agree. The laptop Ajay wanted landed in Lux's hands. What a dramatic twist. Lu Zai went through the computer files, but found none of the Inquis experiment data. Guess it's just a waiting game. Right before going to bed at night, Azhen suddenly inquired of Lu Zai whether she had regained her memory, and Lu Zai, in turn, questioned Qiang, asking if he was so fixated on memories. Qiang interjected, reminding Lu Zai to get some sleep. There were big things to tackle the next day.